Everything I spit rare, we sound in that great area podcast. They talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting.
Hey.
Sam, you had my idea. Hey!
Look, that's a good segue into my first question. What were we all doing when this came out, this album?
I just got home from work and I looked in the group chat and I was seeing you lot talking a whole bunch of nonsense. What the fuck are you
Was this
talking
Friday?
about? Yeah, last Friday.
Friday before last, so
I can't lie. I was going through it.
I was mad busy, man. I'm like, sorting the kids out, and then everyone's shouting at the phone like, "Check your phone. This is not a drill." I'm like, bloody hell, man. I didn't.
By
sit
the time
down till
Theo
half
got there,
eight.
there must have been 100+ messages. I got in
it was
early and there was like
ridiculous.
40
It's actually
messages.
ridiculous.
I was like, what are these lot talking about? And then I realized it's just Sean and Kieran arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Not arguing, but talking.
No, living it.
I was like, what are they talking about? Scroll to the top. Oh, Kendrick's dropped a video. I was like, okay, let me watch this. Watch the video now. Get back in and figure, are they really this hyped over this? Then the album's dropped. I said, what? Clicked on that now, press play, and then I just, I had to exit the group chat. And I had to go outside. I didn't trust myself inside the house. I think I would have broke everything in the house when Squabble Up started playing. I instantly started crip walking. Instantly. I was possessed. I had to get outside.
I turned my lights off. Like I was trying to go deep, and I did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did it. When you put that in a message, I went, let me put my boot on and get up and turn the light off and live this. It was a weird experience, man, because the video, it was all perfect really, because I was just wrapping up with work. There was nothing coming in. I just thought, let me flick on the TV, look at, put something on YouTube in the background, whatever. And then I see GNX, Kendrick Lamar, whatever. I watched that a few times. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. We're getting an album maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll probably get like the Heart Part 6 or something in between, or maybe not because, Drake took the title, whatever. And then within like half an hour max, full album.
But I saw everything at 3:30. What? The message time was 3:30. So you probably caught me at the one time in the day where I actually start doing some work, which is towards the end of the day, right? So I got home and I'm thinking, what's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense, right? The projects don't drop at this time. What are they talking about? And it was there.
Yeah, I was covered in work, man. And then when work finished, went to go see the lady, and then after that, I was in A&E, man. So and I was doing the Freestyle Fridays. So all of that was all of it mad. That's why I was just so ghost, because I was juggling so much. So I had to just be ghost. Wow. But when I finally listened to it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. It was really, really good.
It was a gassy weekend. I can't lie. Like I felt like hip hop was just back. It reminded me of when I was a kid, and you just gassed the next singles dropped or something like that. It really felt
man.
shit.
Yeah, what was your reaction to this? Because I thought, were you cooking dinner or something? What was going on with you this time?
Oh no, I was doing a madness because on a Friday is a madness anyway. I'm sorting out all the kids and doing all their dropping, Ralph to ballet and everything like that. So I put all the kids to bed. Harriet comes home. Yeah, I was cooking. Yeah, I was doing something in the kitchen. I think I was cooking dinner. And then I checked the group chat. I hadn't looked at my phone the whole time, and then I would see all these messages. I'm like, oh. And the first thing I see is, so Kendrick's dropped something. Okay, let me check that out. GNX. And then when it said, this is not a drill, the whole album's out, I'm like, no, this is just a joke. I'm like, this is a joke. You're not doing this to me now, because like, obviously Harriet's just sat there all right, we're all ready to just watch something. And then I had to be, and then I'm sitting there contemplating. I'm like, yeah, I can't be rude. But then I'm like twitching. I have to listen to this album. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, yeah, sorry, Harry. I need to get up. I need to literally put the headphones on. I need to listen to this album. She just shakes her head and like, there was no way I was not listening to that album. And then
I had a similar experience where because I was making a lot of noises and stuff like that, right? And Charlie was asking me, like, what's going on? Have you fallen? Whatever. And it got to like, I don't know what time it was. Charlie was wrapping up with work as well. She comes downstairs. Usually she'll get onto me a little bit, or she might wind me up or whatever. She knew it was Kendrick. She looked at me and she was just like, I have to accept this today. Like this is his time. This doesn't happen often, and she let me get through the album, and then we
It
kept
happens
it
once
moving,
every 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, let us live. Well, okay,
Oh,
not in this case.
100%.
But yeah, no.
And-
Do you know what? Luckily for myself, I had nothing going on. If I had stuff going on, I think I would have cancelled all that stuff,
Oh, you
or
had
at least
to,
been
man.
very,
Yeah,
very
I-
late to it.
So I mean, we've had it now for at this point 10 days ish. How are you all feeling about it?
Can we go track by track, or is that not allowed?
We can do that. I don't
Yeah, we
mind.
can do track by track. I like that.
I think it starts so strong because it sets this kind of feeling of panic. I don't know what I mean by that, but I know what I'm saying, if that makes sense.
No, I know what you mean. It's
It's
You know
It's
the
this
beef days
weird-
though, whenever those beef tracks dropped and it was like just stress listening to it. I feel like this album just carried that whole energy still. I was
yeah.
stressed
Oh,
listening to it.
100%. Yeah, it carried
my
that.
feelings towards this whole project, to kind of skip a bit ahead, it's like he was in the mode of doing this beef and he was like, I've been behind the mic a lot, I might as well just keep going. Do you know what I mean? Like he did not, these songs did not exist 6 months ago.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
100%.
He
Well,
was
the
just
first
like,
line, yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That happened in September when that
Yeah.
video was going around. So
Yep.
yeah. So I feel like he was like, I'm behind the mic already. You lot send me beats. Let me make these bangers real quick. And obviously the energy from the battle is still in him, because some of the ways he's moving in this whacked out murals track is a bit crazy.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the response he got from his show with Amazon Prime and the response from Not Like Us, he's like, "Yo, if this is what got you guys gassed, okay, I've got something for you in the chamber. I still got a couple more of these I can bring out and show you how to I can really go crazy." So, like you're saying, Sam, this definitely wasn't here a couple months ago. He made that all off the response of the beef. So yeah, credit to him.
And I'm not saying I personally don't feel like much of this project is talking to the beef. There are some references and some lines and some songs that definitely are. But in general, I think he's just on a hyped up energy. He's like, oh, is this the kind of music you guys like? I could make this type of music all day. And if you look at what stuck from the beef, like Neil said it last week on, well, it wasn't really on the recording, but when we were chatting about it last week, Neil said that he's just done the same thing that worked in the beef. So like quotable tracks, danceable tracks, bits that you can sing along to, call and response stuff. This, I'm not calling it an album. Sorry, Kieran. This project.
No, stop.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that at the end.
This
Yeah,
project is full of it.
Not
Like,
yet.
okay, we started out with the first track, which is set in some dark tone, right? Which is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the start of a John Wick movie, like not the first one, but like the second and third one. You know, when shit's a bit mad. That's what it felt like. Then we get into what I can only describe as, you know, them songs that possess you. Squabble Up is one of those.
Well, I was first of all very relieved because I don't know if you'll remember, Theo, you'll definitely remember, but way back, one of the videos around To Pimp a Butterfly, I think it was All Right, there was a snippet where Black Hippie are in the car and they're like the police
man.
and there was that song and we never heard that song again.
Yeah,
It wasn't on
exactly.
Untitled
Sounded
Mastered.
amazing.
There was no live performance. We never got it. And then obviously we got the snippet of this at the end of the Not Like Us video as well.
No, it was at the beginning, wasn't
In
it?
the beginning.
Was
Yeah.
it the beginning?
Is that
Yeah, it
the
was the
beginning?
beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, the beginning, sorry. So I was just glad we didn't get that situation again and we got the full-fledged track.
But this song
maybe we
just
can
sounds
talk
like
about the
Not
video
Like
a little
Us
bit as
part
well.
2. Like, do you know what I mean? It just sounds like Not Like Us continued.
Well, there's a track later on. We'll get there. There's one where it's almost like it comes from the same stem. There was a skeleton for a beat that turned into both Not Like Us and this track as well. It's very similar,
swear.
I think,
Okay.
anyway. But
Oh, okay.
but yeah, with this track, I mean, it's I don't know if it's out yet, but apparently it's like been tipped to go number one, and it's, you know, there's the video as well. The thing that I picked up on with, I think, just whenever I see Kendrick now, which isn't often, like when we see him in videos and stuff, there's this, and it kind of links into this kind of thing like, oh, like you all want this, I can do this in my sleep. There's this kind of like unbothered nature, like body language to him. So like in the video, there's all this stuff going on behind him,
He's
and
not
obviously
in the-
he
no,
is
he's not
dancing,
there.
but his face is just like,
He's green screened in. He wasn't there when they were shooting the video, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's that makes what you said even more kind of obvious. Like,
Because I remember like when I first watched it, I was like, yeah, I like it, but it didn't give me the same energy as when I like first heard the song and every time I hear the song. But it is actually, it's very creative. There's loads of stuff going on. But him, like his body language, he just seems unfazed by everything. Just like it feels like he's in like third gear. It's kind of like cruise control, which
It
is
reminds
interesting.
me of what we saw at Mr. Morale concert though. How it's like this puppet character that he's like controlling, or he's being controlled and he's breaking out of it.
Ooh,
He's not. It reminds me
well,
of
you
that.
might be onto something there. Yeah, I mean, I took it as more like I'm just the whether it's the beef, whether it's all the talk, whatever. I'm just not phased. This is like light work for me. That's what I was getting from it.
I
Because
just
if you
find
think
it
about it as well, if you
strange.
link it to like what he was talking about on Mr. Morale, that was a very personal, raw album. He obviously went through a lot over that 4 or 5 year period in which we didn't really hear him. So it's like everything now is just kind of like,
This
you
for
know.
me, this is him proving like I can make pop songs, because this is, I'm not saying it's pop as in he's trying to do pop exactly, but songs that could be popular. He's like, I can
No,
make
he's
loads
doing
of
pop.
those.
Those two scissor tracks are pop. Let's be honest.
Oh well, the one after this, Luther, that song is amazing. I love that song. The whole beat, everything, even the way the Luther Vandross bit drops in with the, if this were, I keep singing that for no well, I keep saying a lot of things from this album nonstop, but I genuinely think Kendrick is kind of just, these are all throwaway tracks. Believe it or not, they're throwaway tracks and they're better than most people's like released albums, if that makes sense.
But do you know the other thing as well is there's been a sort of sentiment that like this is the first time Kendrick has, for lack of a better word, pandered. Which in a way he is. Like he's heard, like everyone said, and I agree as well. It's like, oh, this is what you all want. Here you go. But in a way, it's still unpredictable. Like all his projects. Like who would have predicted that Kendrick would be predictable? Do you get what I'm saying? Like I
There's
thought that
nothing
when the
wrong with
beef was
him.
done, it's like okay, whatever we go on to next. We all said, oh, we want the Not Like Us remix or the flip like LA Leakers freestyle, the ode to LA album, all this. But are we going to get it now? He'll probably go away for a few years, but then he's done it. So in being predictable, it's like it's still Kendrick kind of doing something new and almost not reinventing himself, but it's just something I've been thinking about recently.
I
as well.
think as well, in this, how many songs was there on this thing? 12.
12.
In this 12-track project, yeah, he has created at least 12 new flows or 12 new styles of rapping that I've never heard before in my life.
Unless you have, don't do that.
Some of them are crazy.
The Tupac one?
Well, no, that aside, I'm talking about like in some tracks he does multiple. What I'm saying, like there's certain ways he's rapping that I've never heard before. I don't know if Neil can be our historian here and tell us that they have been heard before.
To be honest, I don't think you want to hear my opinion about that, but
Do it. That's
keep
what this
going.
is for. This is literally what we're here to do.
No, you finish your point, and I'll go back to mine.
That was my point.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's just new styles of rapping that I've never heard before, but clearly they've existed before. Historian.
yeah. If I was to talk on your point and Sean's just point earlier, I feel like this is a bit of a cop out of an album, if it is an album. I feel like he made the fans wait so long for something that they believe to be a well thought out, strategic release, and songs with a concept with a big message, very conscious one, especially off the back of the beef. And I think he's pandered and very predictable to the audience. And it's good for numbers and all that, but I feel like by that he's lacked the quality of his previous work and what he does with messaging. And for me, it's a bit cheap. Like, yes, it's a hit songs, but I don't know, it loses its what the word. I don't
You
know
saying it
what the
doesn't
word
feel
is.
authentic to Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
and this is coming from someone that's not a Kendrick fan.
I was
I'm
gonna
not a
say,
Kendrick fan.
coming from the Kendrick fans, this is nuts. This project.
Yeah,
this
so
is right. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I wonder how it would be in 10 years' time, 15 years' time for me. Because
Can I say though, it's there's something about the fact that this is the first non-TDE project as well, because I feel like TDE have a really good curation and album creation technique. Like you saw with like Ab Soul's and Schoolboy Q's albums, they feel almost like Kendrick albums, the ones that came out this year. And Kendrick's album actually feels like the least like a Kendrick album, because maybe this is actually the real Kendrick. Like he's doing all these West Coast voices, and he's like being like Tupac on a few of the tracks, and it reminds me of the OG Kendrick. Like when I heard High Power, for example, back in the day, the one that J. Cole produced, and he's like talking about his connection with Tupac, and you really see it on this album. But that's just my experience.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because I want to say something bigger off the back of what Neil said. But do you still think this is sequenced well? Because I think this is sequenced really well, like track to track, energy
it's a party.
I don't think it's sequenced though. I think it's just a collection of songs. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think. I do have to disagree. I don't think it's like the way it's going up and down. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of on the same vibe what Theo's on. I don't think it's sequenced. I think it's just it blends, it goes in a direction, but it's not like his previous albums where there's like a clear kind of ride you're trying to go on. This is just a bunch of songs.
He's never made this much music at this high energy, right? So it's kind of like, I think he was like thinking, how do I make this work still? They want not like us, but I can't do like 12 tracks of that. So then I feel like every 2 tracks he drops that downbeat one to just help you just have a breather.
Take a rest. Yeah, to take a rest. Which I understand.
Is like a big rest.
Works.
Yeah. But I understand that in terms of like blending well, but in terms of actual sequencing, I don't know. It's not. I'm so used to him sequencing his albums and they're just seamless. Where I can't really say that about this album.
Yeah,
one thing I will say though.
Let me say this before you get to where you get to. There's 2 distinct. When I say low points, I don't mean low in quality. I mean low in energy. There's 2 distinct low points, and it's like what bookends them is absolute manic energy. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like it goes really down tempo, and then we're getting mad bits like TV off. Like I don't, do you know what I mean?
Well, there's stuff like that. There's the tracks like TV off, Squabble Up, couple
Peter
others
Boo.
where I definitely think it's more in line with like, oh, you know, not like us popped off. Let's do some more of these, but stuff like, I mean. We've already spoken about the intro, but things like Man at the Garden, Reincarnated, Gloria, these are like, this is typical Kendrick in that, you know, there's a kind of, he runs with a specific theme and, you know, builds on it. But I guess the point I wanted to say is, multiple perspective voices, all these things. But the thing that I wanted to say is that, yes, I think that certainly with some of the lyrics and the tracks here, they feel very fresh and off the back of what's happened this year. But I think that this energy, this Kendrick we're getting, this is a continuation of something that started in 2021 with Family Ties. Like a lot of people think that this is like the beginning of a new era. I just think it's the continuation. And I actually see, let me land with this one as well. I see Mr. Morale as almost like a side quest. It was like, I'm ready to move on, but I've got to do one more album within my TDE deal. I've also been through all this stuff over the last 4 or 5 years. Let me do this for me. You know, like I choose me and all this sort of stuff. But what I'm really on is what we were getting all the way back in Family Ties. And I actually think that Kendrick was ready for, maybe not where the beef ended up going, but he was ready for it back then. Talking about smoking on top 5s, burn that single, burn that hard, whatever he was. He was on that, wearing the Eazy glasses, dressing similarly to the way he is now. This is just a continuation of whatever this new PG Lang era Kendrick Lamar is to me personally.
I hear he was on smoke with
massively.
That
he was ready, but no one
and the thing is, people complained as well because everybody. You know what? That's such a good point because he was ready because he was all like, "I'm smoking on your top 5s," and he had that energy, and yet then Mr. Morale came, and then everybody was like, "What are you talking about smoking on your top 5s?" But it's exactly like you said. He had to like give the last album on TDE. I think he wanted that completely, and now this is just what he wants to. Carry on and get on with.
And this is like the result of the, like, you know, if we think about the story, the theme of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers were these therapy sessions, right? And this for me is what we're hearing now. And even what we got with, like I said, with things like Family Ties is like the result of that. So like if you think about it, on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, he's talking about, I can't please everybody. Now he's at fuck everybody with this one. He was saying stuff like, I choose me and talking about the culture. Now he's like, I deserve it all. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like he's at the very end of like whatever process he's gone through his own, you know, personal journey and whatnot. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was the journey to this place. It was like, you know, when you watch one of these epic films and there's like a segment where it goes back in time and it kind of, you know, it gives you context to why the character is the way they are or whatever. Yeah. Mr. Morale was like that for me. It's like... Family Ties, Not Like Us, GNX. This is where I am now. Mr. Morale, this is how I got here. Do you get what I'm saying?
His origin story kind of.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. So, But I'm talking a lot now. I'm going off.
I think genuinely though, this is a new era. Though I think Kendrick is ushering us into a new era.
Of
I
music,
don't know if
yeah.
it's a new era for hip hop in general, or if it's a new era for Kendrick, mainly because of him leaving the label. Why are you laughing, Kiri? Shut up.
No, it's good. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, man.
I'm joking.
I'm just thinking about the gas of hearing those beats for the first time, and like my headphones are blowing out.
I don't know if Neil's gonna correct me again, but I feel like these beats, even though they're West Coast inspired, there's a lot of them that are very different. Do you know what I mean? And by different, I mean I ain't really heard sounds like this from a mainstream rapper. Someone else might have made beats like this and rapped on beats like this, but for me, I feel like the beats are pushing us into a new era, and arguably now I've kind of come to think about it, the style of rapping ain't new, but the whole feel of it is new to me. It feels like a new wave.
What song for the
What
beats?
song in particular? Ooh, I'm gonna go with songs, the hype songs, Peekaboo, TV Off, Squabble Up, just all that kind of stuff. It's very kind of Eazy-E-esque and Snoop Dogg-esque, but they got good hype energy to them, and I feel like a lot of rappers are gonna try and do this type of stuff, but it's not gonna come out right because they haven't got the same unhingedness that Kendrick's got to be doing all these weird voices and making a performance out of it.
Oh, sorry, go on, Neil. You go.
No, I just feel like some of those songs, they just sound very much just like a twist on the Bay Area or the kind of West Coast kind of sound. So it doesn't really feel new to me. It feels new to Kendrick to tap into his energy. But yeah, like what's that song where that girl's singing in the background? When I hear music,
Squabble Up.
The Squabble Up, yeah. It's funny, before the song came out, I was watching this. They got a big Latin community out in West Coast. I went down a rabbit hole on Instagram, and there's this one girl, like she's like this dancing Latina, and she danced with all these cholos and Mexicans and all that kind of stuff in this some kind of family function, and that song was playing, and they were going off on the original of that song, and I'm like, this song must be like a West Coast staple because the way they're all getting gassed on it.
Yeah.
So when I heard it now on the album, I was like, oh, he purposely did this because it's probably like very big in that area, and it's quite strategic. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if someone did for us, I don't know, Sweet Caroline, they remixed that into like a hip hop or grime thing over here. It will hold weight because it means so much for us British listeners, and I think he really honed in on kind of paying respect and bigging up his side.
There's a lot of what I call loose samples in this as well, like samples that are just literally played at the start, so you can know what's going on, and then the beat starts playing. I'm like, well,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
not very Kendrick like either.
No, not at all. But I like it though.
I would describe from a production standpoint. I didn't see it more. I think I'm more with Neil. I don't see it as like particularly like groundbreaking or revolutionary or anything like that. I think it's certainly an ode to the West Coast. This project, like it's like whether it is some of the beat styles, the samples, or like is it the mariachi singer that threw out and the guitar licks and all these things. There's so many, it's a massive love letter to the region. But for me, do you know what I just liked about this? It reminded me of when, and obviously I wasn't like living through the music, but when I got into hip hop, I went back and I listened to a lot of stuff. Hip hop used to be very regional. It's like you listen to an artist from a particular place, and they didn't just sound like them and tell their story. It was like, oh, they're from that part of the country or that part of the world. I feel like, especially in the last, I'd say, 10 years or so, 10 to 15 years, we've kind of lost that. Yeah, I know Atlanta's been very sound. Like heavy in terms of like dominating the sound of the the mainstream sound, but we've kind of, with the internet, the same way in which we've lost sort of clear subcultures and things like that, it's happened similarly with the music. This was like a nice little return to a very regional project in terms of its sound. I like that. I don't know whether we'll get more of that. It's definitely the year of the West Coast. A lot of West Coast artists have had a great year. TDE as a label has had a very good year too. But that's what I liked. So I did like that it sounded very regional. It was an ode to that place.
I think though, off the back of the beef, right, at the moment, Kendrick's whole thing is like, I'm taking the West Coast to the world. And now, obviously, we already know that the West Coast has been taken to the world, but he's like, there's a new generation of people that need to know what's going on with the West Coast. So I imagine a lot of people that have heard Not Like Us would not know about crip walking or the different styles of crip walking there is. They wouldn't know about the style with the, you know, the fucking socks and the Chuck Taylors and whatever else. So I feel like he's maybe now realizing that his place in the game is to bring the West Coast to a new generation, especially while he's got their ear at this moment in time.
Yeah, because I imagine a lot of more sort of regional in terms of like their popularity artists are making music like this. But also, do you know who did something similar to this way back? It doesn't sound like this album, but Vince Staples with Big Fish Theory, was that the name of the album? Second album. I know he went in a very electronic direction with that one. But that was very much. I remember him talking about it, how like a lot of it sounded like some of the music he would hear, like his mum or like, you know, that generation listened to at parties, and there was some quite obscure not references, but samples and features and things like that. So Vince Staples kind of did something like this back then, but it was just not as on the nose as what Kendrick's done with this project. So I recommend going back to that with that in mind. Yeah,
I think Kendrick as well. In the kind of space he's in right now, he doesn't want to leave any room for Drake to come through and be like, see, I gave you your biggest hits, or I'm the reason why you're successful. So that's one, probably why Not Like Us isn't on this project, and two, why I think this whole project has moved slightly away from the beef. Although I want to mention that I genuinely believe TV Off is another Drake diss because he's performing at the Super Bowl, and that's what Drake will be saying when the halftime show comes on. Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off. Yeah,
Well, yeah. I thought the same thing as well. It is very clever, isn't it?
Drake can't even watch the biggest sporting event in North America.
And you know
the world, according to America, but we all know it's not the truth. That's what Drake's going to be saying: turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
But it's another diss as well, because you know how he's going to play it at the Super Bowl, because he does like mustard and then like walking through New Orleans with the etiquette of LA shouting mustard. Well, what's funny, if you go back to first person shooter, what does Drake say? Big as a Super Bowl, and now all in this whole flip now who's performing at the Super Bowl. That like is actually mad. Like when you put that all together, it's actually just like the biggest par ever. But he's going to be in
Australia. While we're down today, though,
no. He's in Australia and New Zealand anyway, so he's not going to be having a TV on anyway. So,
but this seems intentional to me, that he can't even bear to be anywhere near the Super Bowl. He couldn't watch that if he tried, because one, he's going to be on tour, and two, it's going to be 2 in the morning. No, it won't be 2 in the morning.
It'll be
the
something
afternoon
silly.
time. It'll be the afternoon. But still, he won't be watching that. He'll be getting ready to go on tour. Huh?
No, I'm saying they're so far ahead time zone wise. God knows, it'll be like the day after, or however that
Super
works.
would already happen.
Messes up my mind.
Can we go back to the listing? Because we've got to squabble up.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, still keeping us on track. Yes, of course. Sorry.
Luther was different. Like, I really enjoyed Luther. I don't know about you guys. What was you guys' thoughts on Luther?
Oh yeah, no, Luther's
amazing. That sparked a debate, didn't it?
R&B.
Yeah, because I asked in the group if it was and for the listeners' benefit, what I was getting at was Kendrick has got a few instances in his career where he's singing and it's more of an R&B track than it is a hip hop track, and I'm loving this song. And I asked the guys, is this his best example of an R&B track, basically R&B song where Kendrick is singing with another singer? I think it's right up there personally.
I think this is a fantastic song.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I genuinely believe that SZA's doing her best, he's doing his best, and it comes off beautifully. It's a shame that this won't probably ever get performed anywhere, just because of the logistics of him and SZA getting onto stage together. And unless she comes out at the Super Bowl, well, even if she does, they're probably going to do Black Panther stuff anyways, but
they'll do both.
That would be a cool. That would make sense, actually.
But I don't think this is the hit. You got to remember, at the Super Bowl, you only perform the hit. And I think this song is being slept on because it's so.
All the Stars is Kendrick's biggest hit, though. Yeah, it makes sense for him to do that at Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Luther.
But I think they can perform at another time, because Kendrick, he's not really out there. So when she's doing her shows, or if he does his own shows, I think they can make it work, because he's not really like active.
SZA's audience don't want to hear this song. SZA's audience want to hear you talking about being the side chick. They don't want to hear this one.
Go stop.
Oh my god.
They don't want to hear this track. They don't want to hear some
SZA has so much versatility and range, especially from that last album. So yeah, she can appeal to everyone. She can appeal to everyone. Like, I can see these two together for sure. Because I don't think he's not really that busy of a person when it comes to like his his appearances. Like this year is different, but generally he's kind of like
even that though. Even with the beef, he's not actually been active like out here. You know what I mean? Like he's just been dropping the songs, shot one video, did that big concert, and finished it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's dipped.
Yeah,
we got that "Watch the Party Die" or whatever it was called as well, didn't we? Randomly, that single.
We did, yeah.
It wasn't even a single; it just appeared on Instagram. But again,
and he
just
references it as well.
Yeah, he also says on here, I can't remember what track it is. He actually implied that he might just dip off again. I'll have to find the lyrics.
Yeah,
but
no, I
he's
know
just
what you're talking
he
about.
might
I came away from
Yeah.
this with that vibe that like, oh, he just did this so that we would leave him alone for a bit. Like everyone's talking about an album coming out. I just really don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to perform at the Super Bowl with a lot of these songs and a few of the old ones, and then he's going to be gone again to like 2027.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, we'll be gone for 2
deserves a
years,
break.
man. Yeah, just dip, living in the
Also,
valley of silence, as he likes to say.
The reason why I'm loving Luther so much is because that Kendrick's a great songwriter. He can find great melodies, but he's not the best of singers. But the harmony between him and SZA, when they're singing together, that for me works so well, so well. And that's not something I've heard very much when he has done his singing tracks. Like
That's
someone
because
still
SZA's matching
the singing
him.
track on Damn still don't do it much for me because of his singing voice. If you
He
understand what I
hasn't
mean.
sung any better on this. He is still singing normal. It's SZA's ability to harmonize with him that makes it sound
yeah,
good.
she's carrying him. Yeah.
Some of Kanye's, some of Kendrick's best singing was on a Travis Scott album.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In Goosebumps. That was
it
his
did
best
sound
singing.
amazing, Goosebumps. I must admit.
So yeah, I understand what you're saying, Sean, but I think genuinely this performance is only as good as it is because SZA is such an amazing supporting act in this song.
yeah.
And it's the only track that says with as opposed to featuring,
Yeah.
which is a very different. Both of the ones she's on says with SZA, not featuring SZA, which makes me believe they're, you know what I mean, coming together as opposed to hop on, do a verse or help me out with this track.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
No,
one
I'm
of
fully
my
with
favorite
you.
songs on that.
I'm fully
on
with
the
you, yeah.
album, for sure.
Man at the Garden. That's
like
That's
his
an
Nas
experience.
moment, like one
That one's
mic, isn't it? It's
That one's
amazing.
been motivating me, man. I was waking
It
up.
took me a while to clock though. Well, I was listening to it like, oh, why does this sound familiar? Is it Tupac? What's this? And it's the moment his voice goes up, and it's like, yo, he's doing that.
I'm not going to lie. I kept this quiet. The first time I listened to it, I thought it was Phil Collins. The drums. I was like, where
Well,
we
I can
going?
feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Not necessarily that track, but that period of time in his catalogue.
Yeah.
And then when I think Kira maybe said it first in the group, I was like, oh yeah, it's Nas, yeah, of course, yeah. But
But you know what? Apparently, someone said is similar to a Tupac song as well. I can't remember what song it was.
I mean, the clearest song is Reincarnated.
This is what I'm thinking. Is there a Pac song?
There is a Pac song.
No, there is. You know
There is
what,
a Pac
Neil?
song,
You're
it's very
right. You know,
similar.
you said that now, and now there is a Pac song.
There
I'm gonna have to
is.
try and find that. Yeah, there is. There's something like I'm gonna have to find that.
There definitely is.
People are
Something
saying
about in my rear view mirrors.
Staring
Staring at my
Yes.
room.
Yes.
Is it that one?
Yes, it might. Oh,
Really?
yeah, I'm gonna.
that's what
You
people
need
are
to think a
saying.
bit of that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna have to.
That's what people are saying. Staring through my rear views. Apparently, it's. I don't know
On
if
the
this is Sean
Outlook.
who's posted this on
I love that
Reddit.
one.
But it said, to me, I can hear Phil Collins in the air tonight. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but also Tupac staring through my rear view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
I need to
yeah.
find that person. A kindred spirit.
Yeah, it is. It's like a mix of that and one mic. It's a crazy mix.
Wow. But it's
That's
interesting
cool.
that Nas being, like he mentions it in obviously in
Right,
Back Up
it's
Mules,
a
Nas
good
being the
reference.
only one to congratulate him.
Yep.
And
Yeah. So Man at the Garden. What's everyone's thoughts on that?
Powerful.
It's one of my favorite tracks on
Yeah.
it. I listen to it most mornings just to get my mind right.
Yeah, it's moving,
true.
I think.
Oh no, I love it. I love
Build
it
to the end, yeah.
just
Yeah.
because of the
What about you,
message as
Neil?
well.
I like it too. I think it's it's very mixtapey to me. Like I like it, like because it's clearly one mic and it's clearly like kind of like a phrase that Sean says, an ode to Nas, and it's very powerful for sure. I love it, but it gives me very mixtape vibes. It just gives
It's
me
what
that.
Wayne used to do though on the mixtape.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sky's the limit. He's like
100%.
flipping a song.
100%. It's like Wayne, 50 Cent. Who's another one that did it? J. Cole. Like that's what it reminds me of, literally. So that's why this song and another song we'll get onto sort of gave me the kind of mixtape vibe. But I love it though.
That's the forbidden word for today, by the way. If you keep saying it, Kieran's going to get upset.
What mixtape?
Apparently, yeah. Man, I don't know if you saw it. The man in the group chat was like, "Stop saying it! Stop this slander!"
I was triggered. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I feel like Man at the Garden. If we're going to talk about what has album potential, that song is the first song I've heard that feels like it fit into a Kendrick Lamar project. Before this, it's
Not
this
the
new
intro.
Kendrick. Now it's like more of a return to form and a bit more kind of grounded. This is how Kendrick normally is. Yeah,
The
this is
intro
Kendrick we're
for
used to.
me is what I imagine hip hop album intro should be like. I feel like Meek Mill set a crazy precedence with Dream and Nightmare. And this intro really reminds me of that. Like probably the closest we've come to a moment like that actually since then.
Oh, that song's crazy though.
think?
Meek Mill changed a lot of things in
Come
his
on.
life with that one.
You
So.
think?
Come on.
You think
Come
this
on.
this song here is the closest to
Come on now.
Meek Mill's one?
He's
No.
Kendrick is
I
spitting
think Whacked
crazy
Out
on
Murals
this.
is, but
No. So you think Whacked Up? You think?
well,
Whacked
that
Out Murals.
nothing
Whacked
really
Out Murals.
matches
Sorry,
Dreams and
to
Nightmares. Let's
clarify,
be
yeah.
honest now, because he
Sorry,
goes
what's the
from rapping normal to absolutely killing.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
think that exists in this project. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But
He
if we're
flips, he
talking about
flips.
closeness, yeah, Whacked Out Murals for me.
I'm
Okay.
talking about the feels, innit? Like the epic hip hop intros
Yeah.
where you're taken on a journey, almost like a lose yourself journey. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm trying to say.
I can't argue that. I'm just clarifying. Asking clarification. Okay. Nice. I like that.
Hey now,
This song, I don't know how to describe it, yeah, but it's stuck in my head.
it's a banger.
It's just that bass line, man. Oi, well, then my headphones wanted to just like explode. Honestly, my ears were vibrating. Dun dun dun. I'm like, what the hell is this?
And I don't know why. I feel like
oh,
Kendrick was
God.
at the side of the mic like this, talking out the side of his
Oh,
mouth.
100%.
That's what
That's
you know what I mean?
That's exactly
He
how
was
I
moving
feel.
Hand
it's
over the mouth
spicy
as well,
in
like
that
just
studio.
whispering it.
That's how
So
I imagine it.
the whole thing feels so lurky. It's so like it
Yes,
doesn't feel
lurky, yeah.
It doesn't feel nice. It feels
Unhinged.
like dirty.
Yeah.
Like it's
I felt like he had to get in some character. I felt like he had to like do some kind of ritual to get into this.
I don't
this
know
mold.
what this
No,
is.
he said that he's been doing that though. Like for you, for example, he had to get into that drunk mindset to do that recording. So it's a very Kendrick thing to embody.
Yeah.
For me,
There
he
is
doesn't
something
even-
ritualesque with it, you know. It's funny you mention that word. That whole like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's like something a bit.
He doesn't actually start rapping
boy.
until halfway through, and for me, by that point, I already felt a bit wrong. Do you know what I mean? I felt a bit off. I felt not right. And then he goes, "I'm just doing," but I'm like, "Yo, take me back to where we was because this doesn't feel. I feel like I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not ready for what's happening right now."
You know what it reminds me of though? Do you remember what Drake was trying to do last year with his whole
the
like
whispering.
whispery? Yeah,
rubbish.
Oh my.
I feel like surely it's a reference to that.
But
I don't know.
Kendrick's not
Nah.
whispering. He's
Nah,
just like
can't
be.
talking
That
might
like
be a reach.
low. Drake was whispering and it felt like not even wrong. It just
felt
felt
creepy.
odd. It
Let's be
felt
honest.
very
It felt
odd.
creepy.
Like
There's a line in here where I thought it was in reference to the battle or like to Drake when he says something. What is it? Something about Magneto.
yeah, he says his homies are
Where is it? Where is it?
Magneto,
Where is it?
and he
says
that was
here we
weird
go.
though.
You know, the last one figured he was Magneto. You play God, you're gonna get what you asked for. Something like that. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's Drake. Yeah, that's probably Drake.
But he was
There's
also talking about
couple
sending
lines where I was
shooters
like, oh,
for
that's that.
people.
Yeah.
He was saying, "I'll send 100K on your head," all this kind of stuff. I'm like, well, I understand that you're capable of these things, but I don't know if this is the right avenue to address it, Kendrick. You know?
Yes.
But also, he says something like right at the beginning. He's like, "Big face Buddha, I get my peace from within." It's like, what kind of peace are you talking about, Kendrick? Because this doesn't
dark.
sound peaceful.
No,
And
it's
that's what I was
not at
saying in
all.
the group. It was like I really get like with a lot of this album that kind of that Heath Ledger, you know, Joker energy here, where it's like there's some there's this different sort of perspective on like what good is and what evil is and what right and wrong is and all this sort of stuff. It's like, and he's been talking a lot about burning the village down, starting over, and it's almost like an I don't know if this is the right word, anarchic, is that a word? Or
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There's that kind of
Anarchical or
energy
whatever
to
it
it.
is, yeah.
But that's just me getting into my film bag where I can't, look too much into things. But
Weirdly, when I heard this, I thought this belongs in Euphoria season 3 if this ever happens, because it has
Yeah.
that vibe at the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like this was a bit of a throwaway, in my opinion. I feel like this was.
It is. It is. It's one of the Lucy's, but it is a
one of the
banger.
pandering
Like
one of the
undeniably.
pandering
100%.
I feel like this track, again, like I've been saying the whole time, it does something different for me, but this one was definitely one I felt a bit odd. not in a good way either. I was like, this is a bit left.
It felt a little bit gimmicky for me.
Oh,
All the
100%.
voices.
He's been getting a lot of TikTok sounds off of this as well. I mean, considering we're only 5 tracks in, 2 of those 5 tracks have created TikTok sounds.
Oh, really? Which ones?
Squabble Up
Yep.
and Hey Now Say Now. Like,
Okay.
people keep just doing bits to that where like, when you don't hear what someone says, hey now, say now, like all this kind of shit. There's lots and lots of sounds. In the rest of this, there's 2 or 3 more that people have pulled out. One being very obvious, and another one that's a bit like, what? Why is that popped off? But
Fair.
yeah,
I love it, man. But then we go into Reincarnated,
which is a serious track, a big
very
track,
serious.
No, it's
album-worthy track for me.
100%.
Theo, did you figure out whether it was specific people he was referencing in the first 2 verses,
I
or
think
is
it's
it
Whitney
just
Houston in one of them.
Well, I thought that when I first heard it the first time, sorry, but then there were certain things that weren't adding up.
I don't know if it's legit. Someone said it was. I was watching a video and said, yeah, they're based on real working class people back in the 40s, but I don't know if it's legit or not.
What's Genius saying? Here we go.
To be fair, I would assume it would be big artists, but if it's like just smaller people that he's known or
No, I
heard
don't think
of,
it is
then-
big
okay.
artists. I think
Genius is saying the first verse is possibly based on a revolutionary R&B guitarist called John Lee Hooker from Michigan, and then the second is potentially Billie Holiday, which is a name I know.
People
But,
say it's Etta James where I'm looking.
Wow. Okay.
And
But that's the thing. When I heard them, I thought, are these more just like archetypes? There's countless stories of people that have got involved in the industry, and this has been their fate. So I didn't necessarily think it was about specific people, but
I'm gonna lie,
who
when I
knows,
first
who
heard it, I was thinking, Kendrick, you don't play the guitar. What the fuck are you talking about? Then I realized it was about other people.
The third verse is the interesting part because it feels like he's having this conversation with God, I assume, and it's almost like he's speaking from the perspective of not necessarily, well, maybe the devil, but like changing the story.
He says it. No, he says
talking
it.
to
He
God?
says it.
I
He
think he's
does it.
talking to the
Listen
devil
to
the
the
whole
way he
time.
I thought he was
ends the
talking to
verse,
the devil.
man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Because
The
like
way
he
he
fell
ends
out
the
of heaven.
verse explains it. He says,
like
"I
flipping
rewrote."
Yeah.
He says,
Sorry.
"I rewrote the devil's story to reclaim the narrative."
There we go. Which is, that verse gave me heavy. Well, I was going to say swimming pools, but then if you talk about swimming pools, you got to talk about DMX. The whole, the conversation between what's the song, the DMX song?
Damien. Yeah.
Gave me vibes like that. And also the way Eminem has, manipulated his voice and done things like had conversations and stuff like that too. So this was like, I know it was creative in that it was it very much feels and sounds like a Tupac record, but it was this is a very Kendrick song for me, doing something like this.
Oh, 100%
Sticking with
it
the
is.
theme.
Yeah.
I would still argue as well. This is probably the strongest track on the whole project. If you want to talk about
For a
depth
Kendrick
of
fan, I
quality,
feel like
everything.
he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. But it was like what I was saying to Kieran as well, though. It's funny because I love this song and what he did, but I definitely felt like he finessed this because he did this concept previously on a leak song, and it was, I know you don't like leaks and stuff, but it was it's the same concept that he did, but what he's done is he thought, right, that's a throwaway, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to re-finesse it. And obviously you're probably never going to listen to the song anyway, but on that leak song, the first verse was Michael Jackson, the second verse was Martin Luther King, and then the third verse was how he felt about how people tear down like sort of black leaders and cultures, and how like we should truly appreciate everyone. Well, he's now just scrapped that, and then he's put this into a different concept, the same sort of concept, but manipulated it into this sort of song, which I just found fascinating, and I absolutely loved it. And I was like, that's what I thought of Prayer straight away after when I heard this song. I just thought, oh my god, you've just gone into a new level and just made this even far superior than I could have ever imagined.
And I think what this song, well, it wasn't the only factor, but one of the leading factors is it sparked one of the theories going around about this project. Now, I just want to preface this and say I do not think this is a remake of the Machiavelli album, Tupac's last album recorded whilst he was alive. I do not think it is a remake. However, I wanted to get your thoughts on this because are we seeing it is coincidental how many, maybe it's not coincidental. I don't know how conscious it is or subconscious, whatever. There's a lot of parallels between that project and this one, I'd say.
No. It's like the biggest rap beef ever, and then what album follows it? Makes sense that there'll be parallels.
Yeah, there's that aspect. There's things like, both are 12 tracks, both come off double disc albums, stuff like that. But then there's things like, for instance, you have Whacked Out Murals. I know it's track 1 is in terms of the sentiment, the way it's sort of commenting and reflecting on the situation is a bit like the last track on that Tupac album, where it's not so much a diss record, but it's more like contemplating what against album, the reason why I don't think it's a remake is because that album is aggressive as hell. That is a very aggressive album.
That and Tupac made it in 7 days as well, and it's a 7-day theory, and that's where I wasn't relating this album to it because literally Tupac thought, nah, sorry, I want to release an album, makes it in 7 days, and the energy in that album stays like throughout. Yeah, there might be. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think it does dip. That energy just stays like hot.
Well, no, there's some bits like, for instance, and this is one of the parallels. Is you've got a song like Dodger Blue on here, which we're going to come on to soon. Is kind of an ode to LA. You've got To Live and Die in LA.
It's true.
You've got again we're going to get to it. Gloria, which is a very metaphorical track. On the surface, it sounds like a love interest. It's actually about his pen. Obviously, Tupac had Me and My Girlfriend, which was about his gun. There were a couple other things that I was thinking of, but for me, it's not a remake album because there's not enough similarities for me. But I do think that it's at the very least, it's just another instance of how much he is influenced by Tupac. Like it's just, it's been like that throughout. You go back to the beginning with Kendrick almost. Whether it's the whole talking about thug life when he was on this high power thing and what was it what was the track on To Pimp a Butterfly? Mortal Man.
Oh, Mortal Man, where he's talking to Pac at the end.
And the interview flipped like a conversation. So I thought it was interesting, but not a remake album in my opinion.
I never had this thought. I saw you guys saying it. I seen people online talking about it. And every time I see it, I'm like, you guys are reaching. And by reaching, I mean, you guys are all the way over there with that one. Like,
I don't know. I don't think it's that out there because there's like we just said, there's a number of parallels, but I just think it's the big thing for me is the energy. Like going back to that project, it was actually a little uncomfortable listening back to that one. Obviously knowing what his fate was and what happened and everything. That album is, oh man, some of the shit he's saying on there, people talk about Hit 'Em Up. Some of the stuff on there is like, whoa.
I don't think that's going to be Kendrick's fate though, touch wood.
I really hope so. I really hope so. TV off.
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say about Reincarnate. I thought that was a really good thing. My only thing is I love the lyrics, I love the concept, I love the storytelling. I just didn't really enjoy the kind of voices with the flow. It kind of threw me off a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah,
which is
I understand what you mean. For me, more I'll be super honest. I'm not big on that high key piano thing. Like I'm not big onto the Tupac songs like that either, where there's like that. Do you know the way the piano's working and it's all in this very high key? That's not.
I like it though. That sets a certain type of vibe, like a spooky vibe, like
it's the post-humous Tupac vibe. Like you gotta like it.
But I'm saying I'm not even that keen on those tracks from Tupac, like because it's just that sound is not. It works for like it's got that sort of like you say spooky, horror, almost like horrorcore-esque thing, and it certainly works for a track like a concept track like this. But from just like what what appeals to me aesthetically. Like I don't absolutely love this song. I just appreciate it as a work of art. Yeah.
Objectively, I can definitely appreciate it so much more. Like I love it for that, but replay value, I don't know how many times I'll come back to this.
What,
this
Reincarnated?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not a bad song
it's
at
a
all.
good one-time experience. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's very good. I really enjoy it. But in terms of like coming back to it and learning the lyrics and rapping along to it, and I don't think I'll be doing that often. But it's a good song for sure.
I don't think Kendrick songs are that kind of music though. There's not that many Kendrick songs to like rap along with, I feel.
No, that's what I was saying about To Pimp a Butterfly earlier. That's what I meant by it. So I think that's why it's like pure art sometimes, because I don't think there's certain songs we should be playing back. I don't play back at all, man. That is depressing as anything. Jesus.
This could be a terrible take, but if a song doesn't make you want to rap, then it's not really a great song.
Oh,
in my opinion. If
it's different purposes though. It's the purpose.
That's my take.
The bomb's doing.
That's my take. If you don't want to learn the lyrics to a really good song, then how good of a song is it then?
No, man, Kendrick's not trying to make sheep though.
Who said anything about sheep? I said if the song's not great, if the song's great, you want to learn the lyrics, right? You want to know what he's saying. You want to understand what he's saying. You want to go along with it. If it's not memorable or makes you want to learn it, then how good of a song is it? That's what I'm saying.
That's like saying I don't like a film because I don't want to act out some of the scenes afterwards.
A film is 2 hours long. A song's 3 minutes.
I don't know where this is going. That doesn't make no sense. Both of you are making no sense in my world.
What? That doesn't make sense. A film's like an hour and something. That's completely different. I'm talking about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, songs that you play that people usually sing along to, or you go to a concert to listen and rap along. That's what it's about. So if I don't want to rap this song, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, how good of a song is it? Imagine a singer releasing an album and no one sings her songs in the audience. You're like, rah, this is dead.
I feel like rap's different to singing though in some ways.
What's going on with this guy? What's going on?
And not every singer is you don't like sing along with opera singers when they're singing. You know what I mean?
Kendrick's not opera.
Kendrick's not Drake either.
What I'm saying,
bring up Drake, man.
what I'm saying is like, typically, if you go to a hip hop or rap concert, people are rapping along. Not everyone, but you rap along. That's how it goes, isn't it? True. Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
Do you know what though? Like, sorry, I want to let you two finish this because this is a good debate. But I just want to say I'm going to keep saying what I said in the group earlier. I think that To Pimp a Butterfly is a very re-listenable and rappable project. Like,
why are we talking about this? No, we're not talking about this, man. We
don't have to talk about it, but I'm just saying. I think there's bangers on there. I think there's tracks that are.
I'll back you on that.
Very like musical tracks that get you up and down. I mean, how many times have we seen Kendrick now? 3 times,
and someone must have seen him twice.
And some of the To Pimp a Butterfly songs pop off. Look, I'm not in that category. I do not co-sign the whole To Pimp a Butterfly has no replay value.
I said it's like mid jazz.
Look, when we saw him last time.
Let's move on.
Hey, Sam, we don't need the jazz lecture, man. We're talking about rap.
When we saw him last time, All Right popped off. That's all I'm saying. That crowd went mental when All Right went off.
Yeah, Neil, I respect what you're saying though, because it's true that I get it. I think there's different ways to see things in it. Yeah, because I like your raps that you write, for example, because I always want to rap along with you. So it's like I appreciate exactly what you're coming from.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying as well. Like I completely get it, because you can definitely appreciate something, not necessarily go along with it. I completely get that, but then I just question how good is it?
Wait, hang on a second. I've got the whole thing to end this argument. Everybody raps along to "Stand" by Eminem, and that song is not for the people to be rapping along to word for word. That conversation's done now because I'm sitting here thinking, nah, there's got to be a song that's like on the vibe like this, but worse. Eminem Stan, we all know that song word for word for word.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Like, why are you
time.
rapping that? It's
I like the song.
Even something like Hey Ya. You know what I mean? Hey Ya is not really a happy song, but it
Don't be
sounds.
that person. Get off your.
But it is though. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like if we're going down that route, it's
It's true. Reincarnated is a great track, but I am in the same boat as Neil is, where I'm not going to become word perfect on this because it's a bit.
No.
I don't want to be talking about heroin needles got me in the fetal position. Those are not. Do you know what I mean? Those are not places I'm trying to get to lyrically.
No, exactly. However, that being said, I can imagine, not for me, there's people out there that this can probably speak to so much more. And if it moves you, then I can imagine you want to learn these lyrics. It's just I can't talk for everyone, but from the average listener, I don't think this is going to be high on the list of songs that the people are going to be
100%.
learning the
Nah,
lyrics.
there's some teenager that was looking to shoot up his school anyways that's listening to this. That's who this one's for.
What?
I don't know. Okay. Sam's thoughts and takes do not reflect the podcast.
You are an agent of
Bro, this song is full of bad energy, like bad energy, like pure yo.
Which song were you talking about, Sam?
Reincarnated.
I found that quite like a spiritual journey.
Oh dear.
Listen
The
to
third
it.
verse is,
everybody.
I think,
Yeah.
the third verse is very engaging. I love the third verse. I love it all. Like I say, I love it all, but I am kind of with Neil.
Wait, what's wrong with the first two?
No, there's nothing wrong with him. I'm just saying that third verse, especially that conversation when it's related back to him, and you know, like you say, it's a spiritual journey in a sense. That song and that third verse is very engaging, I think.
But this is, like I said, this is a song for Kendrick by Kendrick that we are so lucky to hear. So it's not really for us, and he's a very selfless artist in the fact that he put this on there. Because most people might make a track list and be like, oh, no one's gonna like it, no one's gonna listen to it. And he's like, fuck you, I'm putting it right in the middle.
Fair.
This is like the therapy sessions from Mr. Morale, like manifesting in a different kind of way.
It's like that song where he's screaming into Bimper Butterfly, where he's just screaming in the hotel.
Oh Lord, yeah. Oh no.
That.
Oh Lord, that should have been a soundbite.
I need to put that on here, man. I just haven't got it on the soundboard.
Nah, he must have been going through it, man. That song is,
Let's try and get through the rest of this project.
Speaking of shouting TV off, that was mad. The first time I heard when he started shouting mustard, oh my goodness.
I started shaking. I don't know if it's because I was cold outside.
Yeah, I was gyrating. Every joint was moving.
Oh my god!
Because the song did.
Hold on. Wait, we're not going past that. Hold on. What was you doing?
See, he's gyrating. He had the money and the power, both
It's like
gyrating.
convulsions, isn't it? Like,
Get the fuck
it
up,
was crazy.
Okay.
This is one of the danceable songs, though. And the problem with this song is, because of the mustard bit in the middle, you know that's what's going to be going on now. You're going to play the first bit, people are going to be like singing that, and then waiting for this. Hey.
No, but you know that. But you know that noise. I can't unsee that now. I just keep thinking he's going to turn into a Super Saiyan or something. That's
exactly what it is, though. That's exactly what it is. All that, yeah.
Oh man!
And the screaming. That is. You remember that video where that boy tried to turn Super Saiyan? Neil, you know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what this was. That's exactly what this was.
But what was going through his head?
Kendrick's.
Yeah, because from the start of the album to now, very different energies he taps into. Right? He's very much tapping into these different characters. So what is this character like?
This song was meant to be a diss track for Drake. This was already ready to be thrown out at Drake.
Right.
This is the one that I think is that came from the similar or the same place as Not Like Us. The sort of
the same session. I think they're from the exact same session.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you dropped this around the time of the beef? It would have just been horrific.
Man.
I feel like that would have come across very gimmicky though if he did it then. I feel like that would have been like.
I agree.
This
I hear that.
Or like we didn't.
We've been waiting for it.
This song
Yeah.
is
We've been
literally a
wanting
meme,
this.
though. It's not. It's not real. It's not like amazing.
It's not music.
just a meme.
Yeah,
It's just a meme.
it's not real
Yeah.
music.
Literally.
But listen, I'm a massive Kendrick fan, but what you said, Neil, I've been wondering what Kendrick's been up to now for a few years. Ever since I heard him go tap of the morning, like that, doing that
come
shit,
on.
I've been like, Kendrick,
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
Tap of the wallet.
is that
He
Range?
said he made up a new language.
Yeah, it's
with
Range
Baby Keem.
Brothers when he does that. Yeah.
That
It's a
was the
new
best thing.
frequency, not even a language. It's weird, man.
Why
It's
did he
very
go
weird.
Irish with it? That's what I don't understand.
Honestly,
tap of the wallet. Tap of the wallet.
the thing that's weirding me out, I feel like he's high, and he's just off his shit. Just
He don't
like
smoke.
having a
think?
exactly. He doesn't smoke. That's what's
Yeah,
throwing me off. Come like you're not high, but you're acting as if like you're just like on one, like just cracking jokes with your friends, and you decided to just put it out there and just fuck
The
it.
thing
You know
is,
what I mean?
the person
Baby
who's
Keem
recording
was
this must have looked at him like, "What the fuck are
Exactly.
you doing?" Because I'm sure he didn't announce that he was going to go in there and scream mustard like that.
I guarantee you, first take he did that, the whole place fucking cracked the fuck up. Like, they stopped the fucking tape, and they started laughing their asses off. I would not take that seriously.
I think we're hearing the first take. That first mustard is the
way.
first take.
No
The second one feels a
way.
lot more staged.
No way.
First one feels so primal. I believe.
No. When have you ever heard Kendrick come out like mustard? Like, come on.
I think.
Come
I
on.
think Kendrick is a man.
At the Mr. Morale concert, when he performed All Right, he was screaming it. I don't know.
he
It's
was
that
I think this
energy.
man is unhinged.
Oh, he
I don't.
was.
Yeah,
think
that
he's-
was
he's
a
all the way
strange
right.
experience. That song, listening to that live, that was strange.
it was-
I think
it was-
Kendrick's always been like, not like this specifically, but he's always pushed himself artistically, or just like will go to a
Mentally?
certain place. Like we're talking, yeah, but like he'll do it. Like we were talking about you and the sort of screams on that. Some of the stuff on Mr. Morale, I'm thinking about like. Even like I've not seen it, I've only seen the clip, but that like the character he plays on Power, like he just
Oh,
there's
that was
something
fantastic.
that was
That was
yeah.
fantastic.
he can
was
tap
really
into
good.
something, you know. So it's always well, not always, but it's been there for a while.
I don't
think
suggest
he's
you
just-
watch Power, but I suggest you watch Kendrick Lamar in Power. If
He
makes
was
any
that
sense.
was brilliant.
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
was-
it-
He
I've
played
seen
a
that little
crackhead
clip,
better
yeah.
than anyone I've ever seen
Yeah.
before.
Well,
No, have you not
he
watched
can tap
Power?
into something.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, okay, I was thinking
Yeah,
you're a
I've
bit
seen
quiet
it,
for
yeah.
someone who I definitely know might have watched Power.
No, I've seen it. Yeah. I think he's very much I wouldn't say he's a thespian, but he
Theatrical.
does pay attention to the arts and his craft and acting. He likes to get into character, especially with his performances, like you guys mentioned. Like you see him really put on a show. Like it's not just about performing the song. He really like paints the scene, and he really gets into the mode of whoever he's trying to portray, which is credit to him and his artistry.
This song ain't a character. This song is. It's you know what I mean. It's like what Neil's been trying to say the whole time. It's pandering. It's this. It's that. And this is the first track where I'll 100% agree that this ain't. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing that, because I'm with you, like, but I think Kendrick very much seems, and he's spoken about it as well, as someone that like does not mess with, you know, with the vices, the typical vices, and he looks very healthy as well. That's something I've noticed, especially since Mr. Morale looks very healthy. But he must have done something like ayahuasca. He must have gone to like somewhere because he's tapping into some strange. I wouldn't even call it words, like noises and stuff like that. I reckon he's had a deep spiritual experience of some kind, or psychedelic experience. Because I don't know where he's picking that stuff from, but yeah,
It's
Dodger
primal.
Blue. It's primal is I was
Sam
trying to
said
think
the
of
right
that
word.
word earlier. Did someone else say it? Sorry, primal.
Sam said it,
Sam
Sam said it, yeah. Okay. Are we moving on from that one to Dodger Blue?
Yeah.
I want to
Dodger
kind of
Blue is
just
what you
quickly
need.
cliff notes all the way through the next two tracks to try to get to the meat of the conversation because there's nothing really much for me to talk about in Dodger Blue. I don't know about you guys.
No, it's just a break.
No, not really.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things for me was like I said it earlier. There was the parallel between like the sort of the ode to LA that I picked up on, like to live and die in LA as well. The other thing as well, my ears are a mess this year because we're not going to go back to like what I was talking about with Frank on Chromacopia, but with this one, when I think it's Roddy Ricch, when he first starts singing, I thought it was Cuddy. The very first like
Yeah.
Like,
He's copied Cuddy's style completely.
Have you ever listened to Kid Cudi before?
No. I hear the accent
I think
and the way he's using it. I
like
keep
the
hearing
first
Cuddy.
few words. But my ears are clearly not right this year. Something's up. But that's all I've got to say. It's a nice bit of downtime and energy, and yeah. But then we go into another weird one, Peekaboo.
That song is again a meme. That song is going viral on TikTok because of what are you talking about? They ain't talking about no. What are you talking about? They ain't talking about no. Like people are just making loads of videos to that.
That's quite hard to do as well. Hard to keep up with that.
I personally
the featured
do not
artist.
think. Can I say it again?
No, sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
I'm just saying, I don't think that's a proper song. I think it's again a meme attempt.
Yeah. What don't you like about it, Neil?
I think, like Sam says, it's a meme attempt. I feel like it's like an interlude. It's just like a throwaway kind of like fun kind of track. I feel like it's for TikTok. It's just for the likes. It's for the viral moments. It's just repetitive. It's just like it's just pandering. It's cool. It's alright, but ain't no rapping going on. Like, what are you really saying? I don't know. All I know is peekaboo. That's all I know. And I don't know if he's playing on that boogeyman persona. I don't know if that's where it's coming from or what, but yeah, it's alright. It doesn't really do much for me. It's more of like just to see funny videos and shit, and people like to do it on social media.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm hating this album, but I'm not hating it.
No. You're not hating it. Because do you not remember when I was saying I said Peekaboo? I wasn't feeling that song at all.
Okay, cool.
No. You're not the only, because I said this and another track. I wasn't feeling it at all. I've grown to sort of appreciate it more, but I'm still on that same vibe. Like, it's definitely a throwaway. There's nothing crazy to talk about this track. It's just like, yeah, he's having a bit of fun, and that's it. Really.
The featured artist, I don't want to butcher their name. I'm assuming, is it As Chike?
Sure,
they were on Schoolboy Q's album as well. Like, Schoolboy Q gave them a whole track. I remember that. And that was a very LA West Coast feeling song. But he's on Blue, or they're on, I don't know, but they're on Blue Lips. So gonna look out for them. Heart Part 6. That was an interesting story.
I had to turn off the album after this song, actually. It was a lot.
I'll tell you what, right? The Heart Part is always like an update on his life situation or what's going on in the world. But this is the first one where it's kind of been like, hang on a sec, you're telling us a bit too much here. He was talking about like the old time. Am I thinking of the right track here where he's reminiscing on the old times? And
about all TDE.
Yeah, this was a bit deep. A bit too deep, actually.
It was like, I can't say this to them in person, so I need to say it up here.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Again, though, I'm trying to find. Pandering isn't the right word, but I do kind of mean this. This almost felt like a bit of a response to all the rumors around like why he left TDE and whether or not there was a fallout on this and that. I did get a sense of like, let me explain kind of why I made this decision, not just for those involved, but actually just like general discourse. Like, I felt like this was giving us a bit of insight into that decision and to let us know that things are good. Like, there was no fallout or anything like this. Because you've got to remember as well, and this is why I do very much think this project is somewhat a continuation of, or like a fallout from the beef, is that that was part of Drake's narrative, was like, you know, the stuff about Top and Drop and Give Me 50 and, you know, all the stuff about the finances and everything like that. So maybe there's a bit of that in there as well. But yeah, it's got that kind of nostalgic feeling. You know, when you get like very nostalgic, and there's that hint of sadness in there as well. Like you're kind of smiling, but it's like, I'm not going to ever have that again. There was that feeling to this track. It was a bit sad. I
think that as well. This might be the last ever Heart Part. I'm saying it on wax, and I believe it's true. I think this is the last ever Heart Part because it's the end of an era for Kendrick's career. As in, he's not part of TD anymore. Everything Heart Part related is, in his mind, attached to that. So to put a nice button on it, he closes that door, explains why it's closed, and he'll move on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
that
it's
makes
definitely.
sense.
I think that's a good shout. Absol's been talking a little bit off the back of that track as well, hasn't he? I think he was
on an interview or something, wasn't he?
Think so. He's been doing quite a bit at the minute. He was on Colours and obviously his project. We're going to talk about it maybe a little bit. Right? But he had some. He was praising Kendrick and whatnot, but he was also like, he does this Absol. He's like, don't forget, I'm still the best rapper. Like I'm the best in TDE.
Didn't Kendrick say that somewhere in here that he kind of rates Absol? Am I bugging?
Well, he said something like he studied Absol. I think Absol like said, well, I studied him. I think like from a artistry standpoint and a discipline, professionalism, and all that. But then he was like in the same breath, don't get it twisted. I'm the guy. Like, no one can mess with me with the raps.
Absol
not a
is
diss
very
or like
good,
anything,
but he's not good enough.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like when it comes to putting together bodies of work, it's been an inconsistent road for Absol, I'd say. But then I also like I'm mindful of the fact that man's been through so much, man.
Oh, so much, yeah.
He's got some bad health issues, hasn't he?
But the health issues, like I think was it Alori Joe, his partner, committed suicide, and then he tried to
and then
kill
he
himself.
tried to do it. Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I remember having to turn off that interview with Charlemagne that time. I was like, I don't think I can listen to this. This is too raw. So he's he's had a mad journey, but maybe we'll chat about that project a little bit later on. But anyway, I digress. Any other thoughts about the Heart Part 6?
It does what it needs to do. It's the heart part. Like, sorry, Neil. I feel like you have something more profound to say than what I'm.
No, I don't really. Honestly, I think sonically is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, is it?
I really like the chorus and the instrumental. The bars I see you guys saying about how it's kind of like a bittersweet kind of goodbye to his former label, but I just really enjoyed it. It was very soothing. It was very just calming. I liked it. It wasn't the best on there, but it's one of my favorite tracks from the whole thing. Just the overall vibe, I was kind of like, yeah, this is cool. This is alright. So, yeah.
Is it a sample as well? Is that like a? I feel like
I don't know.
Maybe heard it somewhere. I'd have to double check. But that hook sounds familiar.
No, have you heard the other Heart Part series songs?
No,
I thought not.
No,
That's a very
You not heard
strange
Part 5?
place to be in as a Kendrick listener to be hearing
yeah, I
this
know. It is very.
for the first
I'm
time.
like on the wrong end of the story. I feel like I'm catching towards the end of his career.
Quick question: what's everyone's favorite, or like what do they think the best Heart edition is?
That's a
The last
tough
one.
question, man.
The
What,
one
5?
where did the video? Yeah, I
Yeah,
just like
5
the
for me.
video
That's-
that goes with it and the story.
Yeah, I might have to say 5 as well. Although I do really like 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, well, 3 is really good. 2 is off of Overly Dedicated as well. That's
Yeah.
pretty powerful when he's like tearing up at the end and all that. But
5 is
5,
special when
yeah,
you
with the
think
video.
of it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
5 is the one. You know,
That
the
Marvin
more I
Gaye
think,
song.
the more I think of it, because all like the way he's like pieced that track together. Yeah, it is 5. One we're talking about. I think I really enjoy 3, but it is 5. 100%. It's 5.
It could be 2 actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Is that the one where it starts with the quote? It's like, "I tell you what, I don't believe in."
Yeah, that's the one. And then
Yeah,
his
I like
emotion
that
at the emotion at the end. He gets so passionate at the end. It's unbelievable.
All the Heart Part series, to be fair, are very, very good, right? But I think just 5 is a moment for me, especially the way it all dropped in the video and everything like that. That was a big moment in hip hop.
Where does this one sit amongst all the others?
It's in the top 6.
Nice.
They're all great, but I'd probably put it in the bottom 3.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would have 5, 2, 3, even probably 4 better than 6.
I'll be
That's
honest.
exciting.
Always a moment.
I can't rank them.
Yeah.
Because I can only experience them in the time that I experienced them, if that makes sense. And I heard the Heart Part 2 when it came out, and I was like, "This is a good song." I did not know there was going to be 4 more parts at the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Okay. So for new listeners like myself, would you say go through all in like chronological order?
Go through all if it comes out by itself, listen to it by itself, and if it comes out on a project, listen to that whole project.
Okay.
Listen to Overly Dedicated. That is a great.
Yeah, it's a good mixtape, that one.
Great.
But
But it's,
they do
they
have
are like
videos
time
on
capsule.
YouTube. Yeah. They've got them all together though. If you need to listen to them all together, I don't know if they've added 6 onto it yet, but they had them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't
But
think
they're kind of like the if I compared them to anything related to Drake, it would be like his AM tracks. You kind of get a slice of like where he's at in
Those
his
are
life at that
different, though.
time. Or
those tracks are just.
they're
good Drake
different,
tracks.
but they're different. But like Drake would always. But for me, if it was an AM or a PM track, it was like you kind of find out where he's at. Do you know what I mean? It's like an update kind of thing, and also he gets more lyrical with it. Whereas the heart, I think it kind of either captures where he's at or just like what he's on at that period of time, like energy wise as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Be interested to hear what one you like most, Neil, if you get there.
He's gonna do it.
I'll let you guys know.
He's gonna do it. I believe in Neil. I believe in the powers of Neil.
GNX title track.
Mid.
This one was probably it still is my least favorite, but the is it the second? What is the feature where he's like going back and forth with Kendrick?
Oh, I don't know
That
who
one
that
pulls
is.
me in.
That was a good bit though.
That pulls me in with this one, but it's another one of those. It feels like it's in that kind of peekaboo TV off squabble up bracket where it's like it's not going to go down as one of Kendrick's best tracks, but it makes sense within this project, you know. Yeah.
See, I find this all mad. Remember when I was saying Peekaboo and GNX, I'm not feeling these tracks, and everyone was like, "No, you're not feeling these tracks." Now we're all getting mid.
No. They're
I'm
mid,
like,
they're
what?
mid in the grand scheme of the project. They're not mid as in like when I normally say mid. Like this is just mid in the
Mid for Kendrick.
Yeah,
Mid for Kendrick.
Fair enough.
But like Theo, don't get it twisted. I still have every track on this liked, but that's because I'm just, you know, it's Kendrick in it. So
It's a skip for me. It's a skip. Yeah.
I don't really have much to say on this track other than I think it's mid. And risk if you've made it this far, not only into our podcast but into that album, you've already had enough and you've seen the best of it. So you're better off going to your regular scheduled programming. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's nothing good at this end of the album. After you've heard TV off, you probably are done.
Oh
No,
no!
Gloria.
That's the Gloria is one of the best tracks
Gloria is
in the
like
album.
a treat though. Gloria should have been up there with Luther because people ain't listening to Gloria. People are not here getting all the way down to Gloria, and that song's fantastic. But you know what I'm saying?
did you kind of like when you were listening to it first time? Did you clock it before that there was the big reveal at the end, or were you like, you know, going with it surface level, like, oh, he's talking about Whitney, or he's talking like, I don't know. Yeah.
No, I can't say I thought it was about his pen straight away. Maybe there was giveaways when he was talking about Notebook, and there's something else as well there that listening back, there's massive giveaways that he's talking about his pen. But I couldn't be honest and say that. Yeah, I thought he was talking about his pen.
My thing was like I didn't necessarily clock it early, but when it was revealed, I was like immediately like, that makes sense. It wasn't like my mind was blown because there were so many references that were quite clear. I do like it when artists do this though. I'm not bored of it yet. Like Vince did it with Sparks Will Fly, and when it was about the gun, and I quite like this. But again, another great duet between Kendrick and SZA as well. Her voice is pristine. Any other thoughts? A couple of us look done, man.
It's just not it.
Yeah.
This end of the album is like I've already had enough. Do you know what I mean? Even when I was listening to it today to prepare for this, once I got to where I got to, I was like, yeah, I've heard this project before. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done. Like I'll wait for the album that may or may not come. I'm not too fussed.
So let's get to that then. Let's get to that. But I feel
there we
like
go.
it's the big theory, right? That this is not the end.
Well, it's
There's
confirmed,
something
isn't it?
else
That people are saying Kendrick is a dangerous man. He's dangerous. That's what his cousin said or something.
No, wasn't
yeah.
it Top that said that?
The top said it, yeah.
Oh.
Top.
Said it, yeah. DJ Head's talking a lot as well. I think he's in like regular contact with Kendrick. Couple other people as well. But yeah, I'll let someone else share whether or not they think this is.
I feel like this is. I'm not gonna say mixtape because that's very controversial at the time, but I feel like this is Kendrick's version of Might Delete Later. I feel like he's off the back of the hype. I feel like he made a mini project, and it worked really well. And he thought, instead of these songs getting lost or figuring out future what we're going to do with them, I can just put them out in a small project and then drop something later, depending on how well it's received. Overall, if I look at this whole thing, I think the concept, there's not much of a concept compared to his from what you guys tell me and what other people tell me about his previous albums, it's not really that concise for me in terms of like for what each messages mean. I think each one are very powerful. I think I see this more as a collective of singles rather than a project. The only thing that makes it more of a project is that the whole LA sound. That's the only thing that kind of unifies it along with everything. But apart from that, it just feels like a bunch of singles of a hype of previous events.
I do get what you mean. Yeah, I do get what you mean. Phil, you're going to say something?
No. It's well, no. If I'm going to say something, it's still to back on it. I don't see this as a project because it's like what Neil said. I see it as like a bunch of songs there. There's like I don't know how, because I know Kieran's passionate on that point, but yeah, I just don't see what the sort of like. It's normally all structured really, really well, and you can see the clear concept that's there. And I don't get that feeling when I hear this in this album. Just seems like, yep, just LA sound concept, just tracks all together, and that's what I get from it. And I normally don't feel that from Kendrick albums, but he could be doing something different.
I think Kieran's back, which is crazy.
I'm
Come
back.
back just in time.
Looking ready as well.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
I had to be like, I need to end this call now. So, this album, not mixtape, for multiple reasons. I mean, I feel like Kendrick's always said every project he makes isn't meant to be a step down from, it's always meant to be a step up. And we've talked about it anyway. There's certain areas in this album he's progressed his artistry. Even if other areas are dumbing it down. I was going to say this earlier. It's like what Jay-Z did once, or Lupe did once. You just dumb it down because it's like there's a point in your life and career where you do have to just do that certain thing. I mean, you don't have to, and that's what Chris bomb as well. But if you do, it eternalizes you. And I feel like what Kendrick's doing right now is eternalizing him, so that whatever he does after this doesn't matter. Like, of course, we could have said that with the stuff like Damn and that, all of that, but I feel like this is that Taylor Swift moment in a way. Like, he's literally got Jack Antonoff producing it and mixing it with him. And I was going to say that about the production. It's like, I've not heard hip hop this cleanly mixed in a long time. This is sounding crazy. It was reminding me of Dr. Dre 2001 when I first heard it. But what I was going to say, I think this album is amazing because I think it shows like a crazy angry person, but also like the reflective stuff in between that, and just the ways to make you soothe as well. So the genuine experience is quite like, you feel angry, you feel exhilarated, you feel soothed, you feel like you understand why you were angry. That's my experience.
I literally wrote on my notes as like, just like for themes, like we spoke about the LA thing and all that. One of them was aggressive self-love. Because he's like, a lot of what he's saying is the kind of result. If you put in the work with therapy and you get to that goal that you're trying to reach, even though there is no real end point, it's a continuous journey. But if you really do, achieve self-esteem and self-love and whatnot, you say some of the things that he's saying on here, but he's fucking aggressive as well, man. Excuse my language. There's something else there, as we've been talking
It's powerful.
about.
Like, no one can tell Kendrick he's not the best rapper right now. The way he's rapping on this.
Yeah, he's very much like, he's in that zone. Do you know what I think it is? I think the thing that's causing this debate is that I think that in comparison to Kendrick's albums, let's say, even you can maybe go back as far as OD, but let's say since Section 80, there's been a real theme, if not story, to it, like a cohesive. There'll be multiple themes. It'll be complex, but there'll be some kind of arc to it. Whereas with this one, compared to those, it feels more basic. And I do understand the kind of collection of songs at angle, but that's in comparison to his own catalog. I think most other artists. Maybe I'm sounding like a Kendrick stan here, but this is better than what most other artists ever achieve in their discographies, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's a true.
We're talking about a generational talent, so it's.
Yeah.
I don't mean to disrespect other artists, but like, he is just that guy. Right now he is anyway. He's had an incredible year. So that's where I think there's this kind of what's the word, debate. Why this debate is coming about, because it's album worthy, but by Kendrick standards, it's like, you know, it's like what Jay, I think you said. It's like what Jay said on Moment of Clarity. The whole, what was it? If skills sold, truth be told, I'd lyrically be quali, and I can't remember it. I'll butcher it, but and like you say, Lupe covered it as well with Dumb It Down. But
with all credit to Kendrick, yeah, Kendrick is an artist that is miles ahead of everyone else who he's against right now. And it just shows in this project, because I'm sorry, Curious, you can call it an album all you want. It is not an album.
The eye roll. I was going to say, I think that I think, Kieran, you said something in the chat about bonus tracks. There is quite heavy talk of there being a deluxe version, which again is kind of in that pandering thing. We see a lot of artists in the mainstream do that. They'll have a 20 track album and they'll have a 10 on. I want it as well as a fan. I want to hear more. Whether we get another full body of work, I'm not so confident. I'm not sure. Yeah. If you put a gun to my head, I'd say
there's no need though. Like if we got another Kendrick project, this one would just go to waste, and we wouldn't even be able to appreciate what was released.
I actually think the focus next year will be Keem. I think Keem's project will be a big focus for the label, and Kendrick will be quite heavily involved in that personally. So, yeah, that's
true. There'll be features.
Yeah, then there's something coming from Keem as well. I think it's called Wolves or something like that. I don't know. But
what were you going to say, Neil?
I was gonna say no. I think like he can release another project, and I think this will still be appreciated. But I think it would just be seen as just like an interim kind of thing. It's just something that you can enjoy for now, something that you can just wet your lips with, or just kind of like a little appetizer for the main course. You know, so you can still appreciate it and still enjoy it. Enough. You know,
we know Kendrick can make better. I can see why if anyone would be disappointed. If you know what Kendrick's discog's like, what his music's like, we know he could make better than this. But I feel like it's that comparative thing with other people. But there's like, why compare other people anyway?
I want to ask you guys a question. Now, what do you think this does to his competitors and his peers? Because they're probably asking the same question to themselves, thinking, is this his project or is he going to release again? Because if you have a project coming out yourself, you're either thinking, okay, he's released it, I can release mine at some point. Or you're probably thinking, he's going to release it next year along with Super Bowl. When do I fit into this this period? Or do you not give a fuck and just release it?
If you're a proper rapper, you don't give a fuck what Kendrick's doing. You're on your own shit. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what proper rappers do. This whole, when will it, can I, you know what I mean? That's on that Drake energy. That's on that go to Australia because man's doing the Super Bowl energy. I think if J. Cole had a project ready to drop and he was planning to drop it in February, he's still going to drop it in February. If Kanye was going to do that in prime Kanye days, he was still going to, you know what I mean? 50 Cent, back in a certain time period, no one cared what anyone else was doing because it's like, I'm doing what I'm doing. The fact that this is even a conversation to have proves that the game's changed and Kendrick is the person to be reckoned with.
I get what you mean. I get what Neil suggests. Oh well, sorry if you're not suggesting this, but I do think that there's going to be several artists that are kind of on hold now. Just like, when do I press the button? When do we go with this rollout? Because this is not a diss, by the way. But like, if you look at what happened with Big Sean this year, for instance, that I don't know how it'd be good to hear what you say, Neil, as more of a fan. But I feel like that project came and went, and it was a bit of a victim to the whole beef that was going on. I think maybe we spoke at the week before, like that dropped. He dropped that freestyle. We're all like, oh, okay, Sean's back, sounding good, but and then suddenly lost with and all that stuff.
Well, we can't help for that. And realistically, people that are checking for Big Sean aren't really. I can't describe it in a way that makes sense. There's people that love Big Sean, so they listen to Big Sean, but he was never going to get mass appeal off that album, anyways. But I want Neil to answer, obviously. But what I want to say about this is, realistically, I think anyone who's around Kendrick has the right information to know what's going on. I think if J-Rock drops an album in the next few months, then we know Kendrick's dropping, if that makes sense.
But how do you mean?
Because we've already had a lot of TDE this year, and I think he still owes them all a bit of, like, like camaraderie to let them drop and have a little bit of time before he comes up and
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah.
Well, I even thought that with Tyler, because they seem to have been quite close in recent years, and I wondered whether like there was conversations between them behind the scenes and Kendrick maybe, because it felt like some of this stuff was, like we said, was quite fresh, and he could have dropped it really any moment. It came out of nowhere, but it's like
But
because of their relationship, did he allow that album to live a little bit? And but
what Sam said about the camaraderie, like Absol dropped an album this month, and we haven't even spoke about it.
We're meant to.
Yeah.
We spent an hour and a half.
Literally, like
talking about
it's probably his best project since Control System, but no one spoke about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I do think out of the we're talking just the big names, the mainstream guys. I feel like the only one out of that generation that could benefit from dropping between now and the Super Bowl, if they're ready, is Cole. Because I feel like Cole is
Yeah.
people want to hear from Cole still, and Cole is saying things that are polarizing people. Put it that way. Some people are very much backing it. Other people are like, not feeling it. But I feel like Cole's got traction, and he's actually
Cole's got that
handled it quite
podcast
well.
now.
This whole thing.
Cole's
Well,
got
there's the audio series.
We need to listen to that
there's
because none of us have listened to
the
it. He could be in there
mixtapes.
talking the spicy stuff.
the
I've not heard
mixtape
it.
drops.
I've not
It's
heard
clever.
anything.
Yeah, he's having a
Yeah,
great
that's
rollout right now.
Yeah.
His year is a great
He's building.
rollout.
I think
It's
He's building it.
nostalgic, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
I'm feeling like,
big time.
I'm ready for mixtape Cole, and I feel like he's gonna just come with good bars.
And now he's doing the Forest Hill Drive anniversary.
Yeah, I
And
saw that as
God.
well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Saw
and he's
that.
releasing.
Oh.
Have you guys seen he's releasing limited edition or like new limited edition records of, I think, the albums or mixtapes with bonus tracks on them?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
so something's cooking up, isn't it? And I feel like he could benefit dropping within the next few months if it's ready, whatever it is.
yeah.
But other than that, I think other artists will probably, it might be a bit of a quiet start to the year on the mainstream front. Could be wrong, but
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cole's. I think next year is going to be Cole and Kendrick's year.
What if Drake drops?
Well,
what if
Drake
Kendrick drops an album?
has
Drake
but
drops an
Drake's got a
album?
project. Have you not? He's got a project with Party Next Door though. That's confirmed.
Oh,
That's
don't know.
No,
don't
that's
know.
coming
That's
in
a
a
risky
few months.
move, man.
I know
He's
it's
got to
Drake,
decide-
yeah.
He's got to decide
Yeah.
now which side of the fence he's on. Is he going to be on this rap stuff, or is he going
Yeah,
to go back
it's true.
over to the pop stuff? Because
But
if he goes back over to the pop stuff, he can win over there. But if he comes over and tries to do this hip hop stuff, it's a long
I
day.
don't think so. I think the hip. I hear what you're saying. Though. Don't get me wrong. I can read the room. You're right in what you're saying in some degree, but I think what lets him down, Drake, now is more his antics outside of the music. I think that's
Like
what's
what?
kind of
like the betting thing that he does.
He's
the
becoming
stake
like
thing.
Kanye, isn't he? Just
Yeah,
moving weird.
that's it, Kieran. It's more so like his antics around it. That's the bit that's losing people's favor. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think going on streams or the basketball thing, like little things that come across as petty or unnecessary or bothered is what's kind of losing his appeal to some of his fans or people that are questioning his authenticity.
Do you know what's crazy though? If this beef hadn't happened and history had gone the way it still has gone, right? With Kai Cenat doing that stream, Drake would have 100% been on that Kai Cenat stream, and
yeah.
it would have broken
Facts.
all the records.
Facts.
So it's unfortunate for Kai Cenat that this happened, because in my mind, I kind of thought, damn, why is Drake not on this? I'm like, oh yeah, because Drake is going through a terrible time in life now. And you can't trust people to act normal when Drake turns up. People will start saying stuff. People will start playing not like us, or whatever it is. Something off would happen.
Yeah.
God,
So
yeah.
I genuinely feel sorry for Drake in that his career's not ruined, but there's a blemish on his name. Whether you want to talk about this, the allegations, or if it's just the fact he lost the beef very publicly.
But do you know what though? I think that this is something that's not been looked into deep enough by a lot of people. Is that I actually think the thing hurting him more is the political situation with UMG and not the beef.
Facts.
Because if we are to, and this is me, I'm taking my Kendrick fandom hat off now. I think that there is maybe an element of truth to what's going on in that. We got to remember he signed a huge deal with UMG, huge deal. And if there's been some sort of disagreements or something going on in the background and people are getting political with it and they're trying to tarnish his career. Maybe some shady stuff has gone on intertwined with the beef. I think that if there wasn't this issue going on with UMG, I'm not talking about the recent the petitions for the lawsuits. I just mean generally, like we know there's an issue. We probably would have got a project by now. But I think there's stuff getting in the way of Drake's music career at the minute, like stuff that could actually hurt him long term. That Kendrick is not, that a beef with anyone is not capable of doing. I think it's bigger than that. So we just have to see how it pans out. I think, yeah. And now I put my Kendrick hat back on.
But in terms of Sam rapping and singing, I think the reason why he can still rap because when he was rapping on that bonus tracks on his Scary
Hours. Yeah, that was him.
I'm not saying Drake can't rap anymore. I'm saying Drake can't come and start moving how he has moved previously with the raps. He can't. He has to come from a different angle, is what I mean.
But Drake is in that Eminem space where the majority of his fans aren't even invested in hip hop. Like I still speak to people now; they don't even know about the beef. They don't even know.
They do.
Yeah, that's like honestly, until I've unless it hits BBC or some shit. But I've honestly since this beef started, I've spoken to people that listen to Drake, and not that they haven't heard the beef, but they haven't listened to a single track from it. And they're still listening to all the Drake songs, and they don't know any Kendrick Lamar songs.
I was gonna say they might have actually listened to some of the diss songs because they sounded like just regular songs, like Push Ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'll say to them, and I remember, I won't name names, but I was chatting to a friend and I was catching them up and everything, and I'd say things like Pusha T when he had the beef with Pusha T or Meek Mill. They're like, who, what? Like they have no idea. And this is why I always said what Pusha T did. To hip hop fans, it was like, whoa, he absolutely, smoked him. No one else cared. Yeah. And he had the biggest year of his career arguably the biggest year of his career. Yeah. So Drake is just in another stratosphere. The biggest things for him is this UMG shit. And if any of the stuff that Kendrick and whatnot have accused him of, if that ends up being true, that will be the downfall. But other than that, if he sorts out these political issues, Drake will be back, I think. And yeah. He'll do what he wants.
I understand your stance, and it's similar to Neil's stance, but for me, I've never really been a big Drake fan. I just kind of listen to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a big Drake fan, like listener, maybe 10 years ago. But then something switched, and I just stopped caring because I was just like, there's a lot of filler in a lot of the projects past a certain point, and that really got to me.
Okay.
I was probably a Drake fan, like a proper Drake fan between like 2013 to 2016. But I was
Views
also
was the last bit, yeah.
Views is where things started to change for me, and then we won't go into it here. But I'll be completely honest. 2011 times, Take Care and all that, even maybe a bit earlier, I just wouldn't admit it. I was one of those people.
No, I was calm.
From
2010 to 2017, I'll say. I was like, Drake's that guy. Drake's got some good songs. Yeah. And then past that, it was a steep. I think it's the second I heard that one where he did all them songs like Mariba Rhythm and all that stuff on Scorpion. I was like, why is there so much filler?
It was exponential dip.
It was after Views for me because I actually still like Views. I think Views is decent.
Views is fantastic,
but after Views, everything after that it went so downhill, and I was like, I'm just not feeling this whatsoever. That's when I tuned out.
Scorpion had moments though. It was
but there was too many.
He's come back from this
through the rubbish to get to the moments is what made it
Why was it a double? Like there was no need for that.
Exactly.
But we have to admit, though, regardless of these projects and some of the weird things that Drake sometimes says in the lyrics and whatnot, when he drops something like a Diplomatic Immunity or 8 a.m. in Charlotte or Lemon Pepper Freestyle, we were all over it. We were all over it.
Us included were all over it.
When he's raised for rap,
I'll tell you this, Certified Lover Boy has only one song on it that I like, and he doesn't even appear on it. It's Yeba's Heartbreak.
No, don't do that, Sam. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I am not having that.
The rest of it,
Certified Lover Boy
pipe
was
down.
Rubbish.
Pipe down.
I don't listen to that.
No. Oh, stop it. Yeah. Drake returned to the vibe that I actually think Drake fans liked him for. I get it, but it almost felt it felt fake. I don't know. It felt like something was weird.
But
Something wasn't right.
can I just quickly go back to what I was saying about how like the majority of Drake fans will not really care about this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Is that when I was speaking to this person and I was catching them up on the beefs and this and that, giving them the history, whatnot, guess what song they put on?
God's plan.
Straight after that, Way Too Sexy.
That's a
Oh
good
my
song.
God.
Oh,
That's
you're
a good one.
joking. Are you
You
being
lot don't like
serious?
that one, but
Are
that
you
one's
being
fun.
serious?
That one's fun.
Way too of all the songs you
I
put on
hate
that.
that song.
That
So
song
it was,
is
but this is
terrible.
what I mean. It was like they don't like. If you're not invested in, not doing that. If you're not invested in hip hop, you're not gonna care. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, but how
So-
could they like that song, man? When
That's a good song,
when
though.
sexy
People
no,
love
it's
it.
not. No, when sexy
That's
red's
terrible.
voice croaks, man, I just
It's
want
an
to punch the screen.
embarrassing.
Sexy
No,
Red
just
ain't in that song.
wait, what?
What?
I'm talking about Way Too Sexy with
no,
Future.
I'm thinking of the wrong song, boy. I'm thinking.
Are you thinking of Hands on Your Knees? That song.
Yeah.
No,
Drake's
no,
got a lot
I'm
of
not
embarrassing
thinking of that
songs,
one.
man.
I was
No,
in a bar in Canary Wharf about maybe around the time that Like That came out, and that song, the one with Sexy Red, and the whole place was going nuts. They loved
no.
it.
What is this Sexy Red song?
Shade that ass for Drake. Shade that ass for
That's for
me.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, people were going
on.
mad. So this is what I
Banger.
mean. Like, I
Sam,
think that
I know that when the album dropped, me and you were feeling that song as well.
You
You
were.
know what it is?
Wait, no, I
know what it is?
remember
No,
Way
no,
Too
no,
Sexy
no.
because
I
I was the one that
back
didn't
myself
like it.
I'm
It was
here for the
YouTube.
vibes.
Sam
we
and
were,
Kieran
we
loved
were.
that song because I was the
We
only.
were.
I felt like I was the only one that said I didn't like the song because I know which song we're talking about now. I don't know why I was, and I still don't like that song because I was never
Rich
feeling.
Baby Daddy. You know what? I'll be honest.
talk
I'll be
about the
honest,
video.
I like music that you can shake your ass
God.
to, and that's what I'm here for.
It was one of
What?
no,
What are you
it's one
saying?
of them
I'm
ones.
gonna like it.
What are you saying?
I'm saying.
It's
I'm
one
saying.
of them ones.
Any music with that juke tap beat, I already see the cheeks moving in my mind. I say, yeah.
That's crazy.
No, that's wild, man. But I remember it. It was like, oh, check the video, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling this song, man. And you two were like hyping that song, saying it was the best of the album. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
It's the
but
way
this is the
Sexy was
thing.
shouting at
When
me,
you're having
though.
to sift through as much rubbish as we're sifting through, that's how you end up making them decisions. I'm not gonna change my opinion. I think that's still the best song on the album.
oh no, man.
Second
Way
to
Too
Way Too
Sexy.
Sexy,
I
which is on a different album.
Do not
Should
feel
we,
that song. Still don't feel that song.
Should we wrap
Cut
up the
that
month?
out.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a little bonus episode. Let's wrap up the month. So as usual, if you've made it this far, check out our monthly playlist where you'll find some of our favorite and the biggest singles of the month. That will be in the show notes as well. The link to that, I know it usually is. But any other releases this month, I'll quickly do a run through of just some of the stuff I noted on our little run through. So Freddie Gibbs dropped right at the beginning of the month. I know we briefly touched on Freddie last episode. Absol dropped Soul Burger, which I think is being marketed as a mixtape. Salieu dropped his latest mixtape, Afrikan Alien. Cordae dropped The Crossroads. And Boldy James and Harry Fraud dropped a joint, a collab album right at the, like a week ago or so. Oh no, the same day as Kendrick. But I found out about
No
it.
wonder
a week
that
later.
went under the radar. I was thinking, Harry Fraud
trust
dropped.
me.
I love
Yeah,
Harry
I
Fraud.
did, yeah, likewise.
Yeah. But any thoughts on any of those projects from anyone?
They're all hard.
Yeah, all
Every
of them
single
are
project was
fantastic.
good.
Love it.
All of them are fantastic. I'm telling you, Freddie Gibbs' album is top 5. That album is hard.
Yeah.
He is rapping his ass off across the
Going
whole
crazy.
project. He's going mad. And Cordae's album continues to grow on me. I actually think that album's quite phenomenal, to be honest with you. When I first listened to it, I was like, yeah, this is good, and now it just keeps getting better and better and better. I think it's a great body of work to be
Can I ask something about that album, please? And I don't. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards Cordae, but what is the appeal to his projects? Because I admit I'm warming to him as just a rapper. Like when I hear him freestyle, the odd single. Like I've spoken many times about Saturday Mornings and how much I love that beat and that song and whatnot. But when it comes to a body of work, I can't do it with Cordae. He's not saying enough for me. He's
not even
doing
in
enough.
this one, because in this one, I'm getting that connection because I was probably like you before because I was on the last one. I didn't feel that connection. This one, I get that connection. I really do with this album.
How do I say this polite? I really don't.
Yeah, like, what do you want?
Don't be polite. Just say it.
Yeah, don't
what
be
do you
polite.
want?
Just say it as it is.
It's all too familiar for me. Like there's no like I say, I have him in a similar. I hold him in a similar place where I hold someone like a Logic or a Joyner Lucas, where it's like you're a great rapper, and you have a good beat selection and whatnot, but there's nothing about him as an artist, whether that be his content, the way, like his style of rapping, the production, where there's nothing new or unique for me. It's familiar, so I can't really get into him, and it feels
He
a
has
bit
better taste though.
surface level. If I'm honest, like I don't need every artist to go deep, but like I don't know. I don't get like. It's all too familiar for me, and I struggle to get into it. I can't sit through a whole project. I find it hard. So, like, that's what I'm asking: is what's the appeal to you Cordae fans? What is it about him that, like, with this project particularly, that is standing out for you?
Well,
I think it's his...
go on.
No, you go.
No, I was going to say for this one, I like how he's like. It's even in the sort of the album title. He's at a crossroads in his life, and probably because I understand it as well, because still following the tennis, obviously he had that breakup with Naomi Osaka. He's that you can really hear this journey throughout this project of how he's at a moment in his life where he doesn't know which way he's going to go, and I get that right from the offer. And when it goes on the second track, what is it? I forgot the name of it, but he's reminiscing. He thought that his mum was gonna
Six Dreaming.
Yeah, he thought his mum was gonna make it, and
I like that one.
he's the one. Yeah, he's the one who then goes and makes the raps, and he's gonna go and make it for himself, and then you carry on that sort of journey across the album. And I don't know, I connect with it massively. There's some songs on that album that I just think are phenomenal. Like even the one where he's dedicating it to his daughter, I just think is just amazing. Like they're just. I'll find the track. Honestly, I think the album's strong. You know, it keeps growing. That first bit, it just gets better and better and better.
Okay,
it's more of what I wanted Big Sean to do in some way.
Right. So,
go on.
No, I was going to say, because what I didn't put in there is that I do think it's like, I don't think it's a bad album. Just to put it out there, I do think it's a good album, and there's some songs on here that I've liked and whatnot. But I'm not being drawn back to it, and his story is what I mean, I guess. But the Big Sean thing. Sorry, I'll let you land.
Yeah. It's just kind of like for both of them. Well, I'll talk about Cordae because he's talking about his. They come like the title says, it's just come at a point in life where a lot of change is happening, and it's just kind of just giving you an update as to where they're at and what it took for them to get there. And it's just also his rapping ability for someone his age, the style he brings.
How old is he? Like 23.
I can't say.
Yeah, he's young.
He's young.
He's young.
Wow.
Yeah.
I genuinely think he's like that. He's 24 now. Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
No,
so what? This is his second or third like big projects.
He's 27. My bad.
Yeah. No, he's still young though.
Yeah, he's
27.
young. Compared to everyone else we're talking about today.
Yeah, because he's been at what? I can't. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe like 8 years.
Okay.
He's been grinding.
But yeah, man, he's at a different point, and the way he rhymes, it's just so smart. So, and he his range. He has range. Not many people can do what he does musically in terms of with the singing, with the melodies, with the type switching flows. I think he's a full package. Now, he's not so much you're out there, look at me type of artist. I'll give you that, Sean. He's not unique in that sense. He's not wearing dresses or skirts or popping all types of drugs and stuff and going crazy.
I mean,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Why is that the stuff that makes it interesting?
No, but I'm saying people like to be different, isn't it? Like we see it a lot of times.
see what
Like
you
he's
mean
not doing a caricature. He's not trying to
He's being himself. I got you. Okay.
He's just being him, just saying this is me and this is how my life and how I'm living. And I just love it, man. I love it. It is
real. It's real. It's like J. Cole in a lot of ways.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you're tapping into something as well. I feel like, let me not do it again. I've said it already. I just feel like I did think
like he was copying Kanye and Cole a lot, but I did kind of enjoy it from a nostalgic perspective.
I wouldn't say copying. I can hear the influences strongly, but there's other artists that we literally just spoke about Kendrick Lamar doing a Tupac impression and praising it. So I'm not going to be hypocritical, but at the same time, it's like what sets you apart from a Cole you know, or some of the artists of that generation. I'm just yet to see it yet. Is where I'm at, I guess. But look, I'll give it another go. Like I said, I liked maybe like in terms of like liking it on Spotify, maybe like half the tracks on there. So maybe I'll give it another go and see if it resonates. But just yet to get there. Yeah. Any others that people wanted to shout out
I'll
about?
talk about Absol's one. Absol's one's amazing. I kind of given up on Absol as a fan because I just felt like, even though there was like we loved that Herbert, that final song on the album. Yeah, he's had moments, but it never brought me back to Control System. But this time, I just felt like he was doing something different. The production's so crazy throughout the whole album.
I think the
especially
concept
that
of this one is the one that dragged me in because I was like, what's going on here? There seems to be two characters going on right now. And I really couldn't get my head around it. I think Sean's the one that mentioned that he was like being like a younger rapper or something.
I think
like that.
His dead friend. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think someone from like his like a rapper from his area or someone he grew up with passed away, and he's kind of channeling that person, that energy, and sort of intertwining it with his own style and story and whatnot. I think
that's what makes me want to support it though, because I feel like he's doing some good cause, and like it makes it less, because I feel like a lot of music is very egotistical. It's like check me out, but it's like he's doing something for someone else, and it comes across really genuine. I like that aspect.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite full body of work since Control System. It's the closest thing to like a return to form, I'd say.
Yeah, it's listenable, it's enjoyable. Some of the highs are really high, and
well.
I don't think, from what I remember in my first listen, there weren't that many lows.
No, there wasn't. I think I checked every single song, to be honest.
I'm trying to think of what's the one where. Is it the last track? Right, yeah, Righteous Man's really good. Squeeze first two as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's some great tracks on there. And another Doechii feature. She's having a strong year, man.
She's on, well, not everyone's
she was
project,
great on that
but she's
track.
on a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Shout out Doechii.
And Salieu, any thoughts on Salieu's project?
I really enjoyed that
Amazing.
project. I think that project's great.
Good
I
project.
just needed to go back to it.
Yeah, representing the UK strong, good project, some great songs on there. Unfortunately, due to the climate right now, I haven't actually listened to it, but I'm sure I'll get to listen to it a bit more.
Yeah, I haven't heard it myself yet.
Sorry, Neil?
I haven't heard that one yet myself. I'm still pending on.
You'll hear some of the songs over the summertime, definitely, but at this
I'm guessing
moment
that single that we heard is on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all of them are on
There's
there.
a lot of good songs on that though. Like it, I really hate comparing him to J Hus because it's not. It's quite
kinda have
ignorant,
to.
but it reminds me of when Common Sense dropped. And it's like there's so many good songs throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
It's
Do you
strong.
think he's gonna be up there with the next big UK rap artist?
He's got to
Nah,
be, man. I feel
nah,
like
he's-
no one
he's-
does
he's
Afro
different.
swing like he's doing it right now.
He's different. He's not really rapping now. He's like an artist. Like he's progressed, especially on some of the songs where he's singing.
Oh, can he sing?
He sings really well. Like it's surprising.
Yeah, it's like it's not like he's singing like, you know, like Frank Ocean level singing, but he's singing and it's good.
Ah, nice. All right.
Okay, well that's November really. Are there any big releases coming in December? I'm only aware of I think is it Snoop's dropping a new album with a load of Dre production on, Roddy Ricch as well. So it's another sort of, I guess the West Coast is really capping off the year. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not trying to
That's
hear
all I'm
any
aware
more
of.
Snoop. I think I've heard enough Snoop. There's only so many times I can hear him say bubbledy wabbly wap, you know, all that shit. I've had enough.
No, but he sounded good on that LL Cool J intro. I was he's a good features guy at the moment.
I've had enough of Snoop Dogg. He's got enough bangers. He came back a little bit with the sexual seduction song, and I was feeling like throwing it in. But now
No,
I'm
he
done.
actually did, you know.
Yeah, that was a different vibe. It was a pimp vibe. It was cool. But now I think
He should have
we
stayed at
had enough.
Snoop Line.
No, Snoop Lion
Hell
should
no.
not have existed.
Listen,
was
Snoop
the
Line had
dumbest
some
thing ever.
bangers.
That was the dumbest shit you ever did.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever
That
seen.
was so
He
dumb.
literally
That was
changed
so
species.
fucking dumb.
He went from a dog to a lion. Like,
He
You
had
know what I mean?
bangers. I'll stand by it.
It's like Dr. Dre saying, I don't know. It would be like, I don't know.
Inspector Dre.
Yeah, Inspector Dre. It's like, what are we doing here? What's going on?
Let's go.
No, in all honesty, though, I think this has been a good year for music because we're getting to that time of the year where, well, Neil will have his first experience with the Grey Area Awards, but those that know that the Grey Area Awards is a time of year where we get shit popping. Although it's changed in recent years, we don't actually give out any awards anymore. We kind of just say what we think is best, and if you don't agree, then
Damn. Okay.
Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening to another episode of The Grey Area. Are you an upcoming artist, critic, journalist, or content creator? Hit us up on our Discord or in our YouTube comments if you want to share new music, take part in an interview, or are interested in collaborating. Links to these can be found in the show notes. Take care.